Streisand.
Hey guys, it's Unclejona here. Welcome to Homebrew Wednesday for another exciting week. Now, before I get into my talking and ranting about general wrongness in the world, I'd like to say thank you to some new subscribers. We've got Beer Pig, Brian Hanab, and Lee Wilson. So you three guys are my new subscribers this week. Thanks very much. Big shout to all you guys. Okay, so what happened? Well, last week I was talking about I was going to a beer festival, and yeah, I did go. It got very messy. I met a nice guy and we had lots of beers because I was only there by myself and no one took me up on the offer of going to the beer festival. So I ended up going by myself, and yeah, I met this guy, crazy guy, quite a young guy, and he drank me under the table, and I think I had 18 beers that day. No, 17, I think. Hey, 17. What's it? 17? No, it's that way up. 17 beers. A couple of them were pints, but the majority of them were halves and that kind of thing. The reason I said 18 was because I had one beer twice, and it was a new one by the Langham's brewery called Aegir or Aegir, I don't know exactly how you say it, which is a Norse god of the sea, and it's some outrageously strong dark porter, which I thought was quite nice. So look out for that one, Langham's. Anyway, I did try and take some footage. Let's have a look at that because it was rubbish. It didn't go very well. Let's have a look at that now. Hey guys, Jonah here at the Twickenham Beer Festival, 40th anniversary. Look at this, I'm here pretty early, so found a more or less empty room. It says that, and as people come in. Look at this one, the really dark beer here. This one is Langham's. This one's Aegir. It's called A-E-G-I-R. I'll try and put the label up. Although I was on the website last night, and yeah, it wasn't up. So that's cool, isn't it? Yeah. So as you can see, I started trying to do a beer review live at the beer festival, and there were these four guys, annoying old bastards, enjoying themselves and generally spoiling my my beer review. You could probably hear them in the background there just being raucous, and I thought, hey, there's no point in me trying to do any reviews. The guy on the door wouldn't let me take my my drink into the beer garden. God knows why, in case I try to steal their beer or something. So yeah, I kind of gave up on that and I just concentrated on drinking. But yeah, it was the 40th anniversary of the Twickenham Beer Festival. Really good time. As I say, I got absolutely smashed off my face. Which brings me on to point number 2 for Homebrew Wednesday, which is my good friend, the Cider Meister. And I know a couple of you guys have checked out his videos, and please do so if you get a chance, because what he's doing up there in Scotland's really cool. So big shout out to you, brother. He sent me loads of stuff. You saw it on Homebrew Wednesday last week. 4 bottles of apple juice, which I was going to put into a big bottle, use my Pat Max cap, and all would be great in the world. Got back from the beer festival, and the bottles were rock solid, and the tops were kind of really bending open, and I thought, oh, holy Jesus! And anyone that saw my Vaughan TV cast on Friday night would have been laughing their arse off, because I was trying to degas these bottles live on air with a hangover. And yeah, my God. Anyway, I did shoot some footage of that day, and I finally did manage to open these bottles. Now, please bear in mind, this was after 4 hours of me degassing them. Okay, so check out the footage and see what you make of this spontaneous fermentation of the apple juice. Okay, guys, so I've got a few bottles here. This one's been in the freezer. This kind of defreezing. That far one I've kind of degassed-ish. This is one in my hand that I've had in the freezer for, sorry, in the fridge for a while. But yeah, even this one, check this out. Look at that. Right, gets better. I'll open it a little bit more. Check that out. And that's after 3 days. You know what I mean? Cidermeister. I don't know if you put, I suspect this is just the wild yeast from the juice, but holy crap. Look at that bad boy. It's bubbling away like a good one. So yeah, I don't think I need the Pat Max yeast, do I? I'm going to put this all in the bottle, man, and just do like a lambic style brew. But look at that. I'm going to have to degas all 4 of these bottles. It's going absolutely crazy. Look, I'll open it a little bit more. See? Madness. It's all good though, bro. And there we go. That is the finished article for now. As you can see, we've got empty Fanta bottles. And to keep it real, I thought I'd try and get a big Fanta, but I got the cheap value, super value orangeade. So from 4 small ones, that's what happened. And I only lost maybe, I don't know, few mil. I didn't lose that much. So let's see what this bad boy does. Anyway, Cidermeister, we're underway. Let's see what happens. And if you look here at the top, just out of focus, just out of reach, boom, that's the Pat Max patented cap. So we're going to see if that bad boy works. Anyway, guys, it's been a long night. I've been a casting as well. Done 4.5, 5 hours worth of casting. Then I tried to sort these bad boys out. I need some sleep. See you later. Okay, guys, boom, we're on day 3 in the big bottle with the old Pat Max cap. I don't know if you can just about see the cap sticking out. It's really bulging. But have a look up here. That is how high the krausen got. And I don't know if you can see, there's a tiny little bit up here. So when people say if you use the Pat Max caps to leave a bit of a gap, you blooming know it, man. But we haven't got that much activity left. I'm going to leave it a few more days. I mean, it's pretty, yeah, man, it's pretty tense. So let's see if we can get the cap in there. See if we'll focus on there. See how much that's bulging out, man? Bulging out? Shouldn't say that. Homebrew Tom might be listening. He loves a bit of the bulge. And look at that, down there. See all that crud at the bottom? I mean, that's particles, that's stuff, pectin. I forgot to put pectin in this bad boy. But, yeah, overall, it seems to have fermented quite well in the first few days. And don't forget, it fermented in the bottles that Alan gave me. So it was in those for probably 4 days, I'd say. So it's been about a week. Hee hee, Shamon, it's Homebrew Wednesday. Yeah, guys, so that is the tale of woe regarding the lambic cider, or spontaneously combusting cider, spontaneously fermenting apple juice of doom, whatever it is. It's the natural way. So here we are, and I don't know if you can see at the bottom there. Yeah, you must be able to see. Look at all that crud, man, in there. So that is particles of the apple juice plus the wild yeast, which a lot of people on my Vaughncast said, try and harvest that yeast, damn it, especially if it's good. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen as that develops over the next week or so. I might try and cold crash it, try and get some even more of that rubbish out, and then we'll do some taste testing. So Cider Meister, those reviews are coming real soon. Wow, I've got my little baby Hermia, who accompanies me on my cast. There she is, scratching, because she's probably got the fleas. So she wanted to make an appearance on Homebrew Wednesday, and why not? Now, the other thing I wanted to do was say big thanks and a big shout out to Mr. Tony Yates, because we did a bit of a chat on Uvu the other night, and some of it was recorded, and some of you in the know will probably know what that means. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's going to take a couple of weeks for it all to work its way out. But Tony, thank you very much, dude. It was absolutely brilliant to have a long chat with you. It was really, yeah, really great, man, to get to know Tony, and for him to get to know me too. And the other thing is, now on Saturday night, so Thursday I went to a beer festival, got smashed. Friday I did my Vaughan TV cast and had these exploding bottles of juice. Saturday, wow, now that was Brewing with Bill Day. We had a Google Hangout, and I missed a few of you lads because I only came in quite late because I don't wake up until 10 p.m. So I came in and I saw Bill for maybe the last 10-15 minutes of his hangout, and then a lot of other guys stayed on, and I chatted to them for hours and hours, and it was cool. But Bill, what a cool guy, man. I don't know too much about you, man, to be honest, and yeah, I don't know if we kind of inadvertently kind of had a go at you somehow, but please don't take any offence to it, because yeah, I'm just a piss taker. So I just, you know, wind people up, and I think I caught some of the end about your book, but to be honest, I don't have a clue about, you know, what it was all about and stuff. So yeah, don't get me wrong. I would like to read it. I'd like to find out more information. The other thing, Brewing with Bill, he has said this week in his Homebrew Wednesday video that he is not just happy with having one book. He's putting a recipe book for homebrewers out there. So if anyone is interested in sending some recipes off to this great guy, he's looking at doing a recipe book by homebrewers for new homebrewers. And I think this idea is absolutely genius. And I know when I started brewing back in the 1990s, the information was, we didn't have we did have the internet, but we didn't have the YouTube and the community that we have now. So having that book, maybe having it in an online format, is going to do so much for the community. So Bill, you've done really, really well, and I'm totally in. I'll give you as many recipes as you need. So yeah, have a look. Definitely have a look. I'll try and put a link down below. I'm rubbish at doing it, but I'll try and remember to put the link to his video down below, because it's really well worth a look. I think that is about it for Homebrew Wednesday. There is a special shout out, but as usual, I'll do that at the end of my video. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you real soon. Unclejona's out. See you next time. I don't know if you can see here, Tony, but you're looking 1.02829. So I'm pretty high. But yeah, I don't need the tablets yet, bro.